a philosophy so powerful that it has been used for centuries by the greatest leaders, warriors, and thinkers to command instant respect. From the wise philosophers of Greece to the fearless samurai of Japan, from the mighty rulers of Rome to the strategic minds of China, this wisdom has been passed down through history, hidden in plain sight. And today, I'm about to reveal it to you. But here's the thing, most people won't ever learn this. They go through life wondering why others don't take them seriously, why they get ignored, overlooked, or even disrespected. They believe that respect is something you have to beg for, that you need to be rich, powerful, or famous to get it. But that is completely wrong. The truth is, respect is something you create. It's something you build through your actions, your presence, and your mindset. And if you understand the principles I'm about to share, you will never be ignored again. You will walk into any room and be seen as a leader. People will listen when you speak. They will trust you, admire you, and respect you without you even having to ask for it. But be warned, this knowledge is not for everyone. Because once you hear it, you can't unlearn it. And once you start using it, your life will never be the same. So stay with me until the very end, because the last principle I'll reveal is the most powerful of them all. It's the one that separates the truly respected from everyone else. And before we dive in, I want you to do something. Comment below and tell me, what is one thing you think makes a person instantly respected? Let's see how many people already know the truth. And don't forget to subscribe because we are just getting started, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. The power of presence, how ancient leaders commanded respect without saying a word. Respect is not something you demand, it's something you radiate. And in ancient times, the most respected individuals didn't have to speak loudly, show off their wealth, or force their authority. Instead, they understood the power of presence. Think about figures like Julius Caesar, Sun Tzu, or even the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi. They didn't gain respect by asking for it. They didn't beg to be taken seriously. They simply walked into a room, and people felt their presence. But how? The secret lies in energy, posture, and movement. Let's break this down. The energy you carry. Ancient leaders understood that everything is energy. The way you carry yourself, the emotions you project, and even the thoughts you have, these all communicate something to the people around you. If you enter a room full of self-doubt, insecurity, and hesitation, people feel that. They may not be able to explain it, but they instinctively sense weakness. On the other hand, if you enter a space with certainty, with calmness, with quiet confidence, people pick up on that too. Ancient warriors trained not just their bodies but also their minds. They meditated, focused on their breathing, and eliminated self-doubt because they knew, the way you feel inside dictates the way the world reacts to you. One simple practice you can do right now is the deep breath pause. Before you enter any room, take a deep breath, exhale slowly, and remind yourself, I belong here. Do this, and you'll notice a shift in the way people look at you. Posture and the silent authority of standing tall. Look at any statue of a great historical figure, whether it's Alexander the Great or an ancient Roman emperor. Notice how they stand. Shoulders back, chin slightly raised, feet firmly planted. This is not just an artistic choice. It's a message. Posture communicates dominance or submission. Slouching, looking down, crossing your arms tightly, these signal insecurity. But standing tall, keeping your movements controlled and deliberate, and making eye contact. These are universal signs of strength. In ancient Japan, samurai were trained in zanshin, the art of total awareness and presence. Even in moments of stillness, they held themselves as if they were ready for battle, alert, focused, and fully in control. When people saw them, they instinctively respected their presence. Right now, as you're watching this, adjust your posture. Sit up straighter. Keep your head level. Relax your shoulders but maintain a firm stance. You'll instantly feel different, and so will the people around you. The power of deliberate movement. Another secret of ancient warriors and leaders was the way they moved. Rushing, fidgeting, and making unnecessary gestures all make you appear nervous or weak. But moving with purpose, taking your time, and making every action deliberate. That signals control. A Roman general would never rush to give a command. A philosopher like Socrates would pause before speaking, ensuring every word carried weight. A samurai would never make an unnecessary motion in battle. This is something you can practice in daily life. When you walk, slow down just slightly. When you speak, pause between sentences. When you reach for something, do it deliberately, not hastily. Over time, these small adjustments make a huge difference. People will subconsciously view you as someone who is in complete control. And that's respect. Now, ask yourself, are you moving through life with presence, or are you blending into the background? Let me know in the comments, which of these three do you struggle with most: energy, posture, or movement? I want to see how many of you are truly paying attention. And if you're finding this powerful so far, don't forget, hit that subscribe button right now because we're just getting started. The next secret I'm about to reveal. It's something so powerful, so rare, that only a handful of people in history have truly mastered it. And when you do, you will be untouchable. The ancient philosophy that commands instant respect, Part 2. If you've ever walked into a room and felt invisible, overlooked, or dismissed, then what I'm about to share will completely change how people see you. We've already covered the power of presence, how energy, posture, and movement can shape the way the world reacts to you. But that was just the surface. Now, we dive deeper into the lost wisdom of ancient philosophers, warriors, and rulers, principles so powerful that they have influenced kings, emperors, and leaders for thousands of years. These principles are timeless, and when applied correctly, they make you magnetic, unshakable, and deeply respected. Let's begin with a concept that most people overlook: the power of controlled silence. The power of silence, why ancient leaders spoke less and commanded more. There is a reason why the most respected people in history never rushed to speak. They didn't blurt out their thoughts, and they certainly didn't try to fill every gap in conversation with words. Instead, they understood that silence is a weapon. Think about it: when you meet someone who is too eager to talk, to explain themselves, or to prove their worth, how do you perceive them? More often than not, they come across as insecure or desperate for approval. But when you meet someone who speaks calmly, deliberately, and sparingly, you instantly feel their presence. Ancient rulers and warriors understood this on a deep level. Julius Caesar was known for carefully choosing his words, never speaking unnecessarily, and pausing before making decisions. This made him unpredictable and respected. Sun Tzu, the great military strategist, emphasized the power of not revealing too much. "Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night," he wrote. Leonardo da Vinci was known for his deep silence and observation before he spoke. His words, when finally uttered, carried immense weight. So how do you use this in real life? Practice the art of the pause. Before responding to a question, take 3 seconds to think. This makes you appear more thoughtful, more confident, and more powerful. Remove unnecessary words from your speech. Weak people over-explain and over-talk. Strong individuals speak clearly, precisely, and only when needed. Use silence to make people uncomfortable. When someone disrespects you, don't argue. Instead, pause, look at them, and say nothing. Silence forces people to respect your presence. Right now, take a deep breath and reflect: do you talk too much? Do you feel the need to constantly explain yourself? If so, it's time to change. Because the less you say, the more respect you command. The law of mystery: why people respect what they cannot predict. Have you ever noticed that the most respected figures in history are also the most mysterious? The less people know about you, the more they assume, and assumptions are powerful. Ancient philosophers, warriors, and emperors all had something in common: they never revealed too much about themselves. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius maintained a calm, unreadable demeanor at all times. His true emotions were hidden, and that made him powerful. Bruce Lee once said, "Be like water. Water takes many forms, but you can never fully grasp it." He applied this not only in martial arts but also in life, never allowing others to predict his actions. Niccolò Machiavelli, the political strategist, advised rulers to be unpredictable. "A wise prince should never let his enemies know what he is thinking," he wrote. How can you apply this to your own life? Never reveal your full thoughts. Let people wonder what you're thinking. Speak in a way that keeps them guessing. Be unpredictable. Change your routine slightly so that no one can predict your next move. Limit how much personal information you share. People respect what they do not fully understand. Now, think about this: do people already know everything about you? If so, it's time to build an air of mystery. Because when people can't predict you, they respect you more. The power of controlled anger, why ancient warriors never reacted emotionally. One of the biggest mistakes weak men make is reacting emotionally to everything. When someone insults them, they get angry. When something doesn't go their way, they explode. This is the fastest way to lose respect. The strongest warriors and leaders in history had one thing in common: they controlled their emotions at all times. The samurai code of Bushido emphasized emotional discipline. A samurai who let his anger control him was seen as weak. True warriors were calm under pressure. Roman generals never showed frustration in front of their soldiers. To be respected, they had to remain unshaken, no matter the situation. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca taught that anger is a form of weakness. A man who is easily provoked is a man who can be easily controlled. Here's how you can apply this. When someone insults you, pause. Instead of reacting emotionally, let them feel the discomfort of silence. Never show anger in public. The moment you lose control of your emotions, you lose respect. Train yourself to be calm under pressure. The more unshaken you are, the more powerful you appear. Right now, ask yourself, are you controlling your emotions, or are they controlling you? If you're easily angered, people will never respect you fully. Master your emotions, and the world will bow to you. Now, let's put it all together. If you want to command instant respect, you must master these ancient principles. The power of silence: speak less, and when you do speak, make it count. The law of mystery: never let people fully understand you. Keep them guessing. The power of controlled anger: never react emotionally. Remain calm and unshaken. When you apply these, you will notice an immediate shift in how people treat you. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these do you need to work on the most? Leave a comment right now. And if you want to keep learning the secrets that only history's most powerful people knew, hit that subscribe button. Because the next part of this series will reveal the ultimate technique used by emperors and kings to gain absolute loyalty and respect. You won't want to miss it. The ancient philosophy that commands instant respect, Part 3. We have already uncovered the secrets of silence, mystery, and emotional control, 3 fundamental pillars that make people instinctively respect and admire you. But we're only just beginning. If you master the next principles, you will become unstoppable in any room, in any situation, and among any group of people. Because true respect is not just about what you say or how you move, it's about how people feel in your presence. It's about how they perceive you deep in their subconscious minds. If you truly want to radiate power, influence people effortlessly, and make others see you as someone to be reckoned with, then listen carefully. What I'm about to reveal next will separate you from 99% of the population. The law of presence: why some people feel larger than life. Have you ever met someone who, the moment they step into a room, commands attention without even trying? Maybe they don't even say a word, but people notice them. It's as if they have an invisible force field of authority around them. This is presence. And presence is not just confidence, it is an ancient power understood by warriors, emperors, and high-ranking leaders throughout history. The great Roman Emperor Augustus Caesar had a commanding presence that made people feel like they were standing before a god. He was known to keep a calm, controlled expression at all times. Even when others were tense or anxious, he remained poised. This made people trust him, respect him, and even fear him. Similarly, Napoleon Bonaparte, a man of short stature, was feared and respected across Europe, not because of his size, but because of his energy, his gaze, and his absolute belief in himself. So how do you build presence? How do you enter a room and make people feel your power without uttering a single word? 1. Master your posture. Stand tall. Keep your back straight, shoulders back, and chest slightly expanded. This signals dominance and confidence. Never slouch or shrink yourself. People subconsciously read body language, and if you seem small, you will be treated as small. 2. Control your movements. Powerful people move with purpose. They do not fidget, shuffle, or make unnecessary gestures. Every movement is deliberate. When you walk, walk slowly and smoothly. Rushing makes you look nervous. When you turn your head, do it gradually, never in a jerky or panicked motion. This signals control. 3. Make eye contact that holds power. Never avoid eye contact. Looking down or away too quickly makes you seem weak or unsure of yourself. When speaking to someone, hold eye contact for an extra second longer than normal. This makes them feel your presence. But do not stare aggressively. The goal is to appear composed and self-assured, not intimidating. 4. Speak slower and with more authority. People who rush their words sound nervous, inexperienced, and unsure. People who pause, speak with conviction, and project their voice command respect. Never use filler words like or like excessively. Every word should have weight. When you combine these 4 elements, you will become magnetic. People will sense your presence before you even say a word. The power of selective attention, why respected people do not give energy to everyone. There is a psychological trick that the most powerful and respected figures in history always used: they did not give their attention freely. Why? Because attention is currency. The moment you give someone your focus, you acknowledge their importance. And if you give your energy to everyone, it makes you seem common, unimportant, and too available. The great Emperor Alexander the Great knew this well. When he walked through his army camps, he did not acknowledge every single soldier. He deliberately ignored some and gave his attention only to those who mattered: his generals, his key advisors, and the warriors he wanted to reward. This made his attention a privilege. When he did give someone recognition, it felt like a blessing. How to apply this today? Do not react to every comment, insult, or demand for attention. Weak people feel the need to respond to everything. Strong people choose who they acknowledge. Be selective with who you engage with. If someone is not bringing value to your life, do not give them your energy or time. When in a group, do not constantly seek approval. Let others come to you instead of chasing conversations. The more you control your attention, the more valuable it becomes. And the more valuable it becomes, the more people respect you when you finally give it. The secret of detachment: how ancient warriors became unshakable. One of the most overlooked aspects of commanding respect is detachment, the ability to remain calm, unaffected, and unshaken by anything that happens around you. Most people are too emotionally invested in everything. They react instantly when someone offends them, criticizes them, or disrespects them. This is weakness. Ancient warriors understood this. The samurai followed a code called mushin, which means no mind. It is the ability to let go of ego, anger, and fear, and to remain calm in every situation. Similarly, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. How to develop this unshakable mindset? Never react emotionally to insults or criticism. When someone tries to provoke you, pause and ask yourself, does this really affect me? Most of the time, it does not. Detach from the need for validation. If you constantly seek approval, people will see you as weak and dependent on others. Practice emotional stillness. When faced with pressure, train yourself to breathe deeply, relax your body, and remain unaffected. This makes you appear untouchable. When you master detachment, you become a force of nature, someone who is respected, admired, and impossible to manipulate. Final thoughts: the ancient path to respect and power. We have now covered some of the deepest and most powerful principles in history. If you truly want to command instant respect, you must master the law of presence: walk, move, and carry yourself like a leader. The power of selective attention: only acknowledge those who deserve it. The secret of detachment: remain calm, unshaken, and impossible to manipulate. If you apply these principles, your life will change dramatically. People will look at you differently. They will respect you without even knowing why. But this is just the beginning. Because in the next part, we will reveal the ultimate technique used by ancient rulers to control people's minds, a method so powerful that once you learn it, you will never see the world the same way again. So, if you want to unlock this final secret, leave a comment right now and let me know which principle you plan to apply first. And of course, subscribe, because this knowledge is rare, and you won't find it anywhere else. The Ancient Philosophy That Commands Instant Respect, Part 4. You now understand the law of presence, the power of selective attention, and the secret of detachment, 3 ancient principles that make people instantly respect you without you even asking for it. But we are just scratching the surface. Because true respect, the kind that makes people admire you, follow you, and even fear losing your approval, goes deeper than just your posture, your silence, or your ability to remain calm. If you truly want to control any social interaction, make people listen to you, and influence their decisions without force or manipulation, then listen carefully. Because what I'm about to reveal next is the ultimate psychological weapon. This is the technique that great emperors, legendary military leaders, and billionaire business moguls have used to rise to power and maintain it for years. And once you understand this, you will no longer struggle for respect, people will give it to you automatically. The law of perceived superiority, why people respect those who seem above them. The human mind is programmed to rank people in terms of value. It happens in every culture, every society, and every group. Some people are seen as leaders, authority figures, and high-status individuals, while others are treated as followers, background characters, and unimportant people. The key to commanding instant respect is to make people subconsciously see you as above them in status, importance, or wisdom. This does not mean you have to be arrogant or look down on people. It simply means you need to create the perception that you are operating on a higher level. And here's how you do it. 1. Never be too available, make people earn your time. The more available you are, the less valuable you seem. If people feel like they can access you anytime they want, they will take your presence for granted. Think about the most respected individuals in society, CEOs, celebrities, powerful politicians. You cannot just walk into their office or call them whenever you feel like it. Their time is scarce, and this makes people value every moment they get with them. How to apply this in real life? Stop responding to texts immediately, let people wait. Avoid saying yes to every invitation, be selective. When in a conversation, do not always rush to fill the silence, let others do the work. This small shift will make people respect you more without you even saying a word. 2. Always be a step ahead, the power of mystery. One of the biggest mistakes people make is revealing too much about themselves too quickly. The more people think they understand you completely, the less they are intrigued by you. Great leaders and respected figures in history never showed all their cards at once. For example, Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest geniuses in history, was known for his air of mystery. He worked on secret projects, left behind cryptic notes, and never fully explained his ideas. This made people even more curious about him. Because what is unknown is always more powerful than what is known. How to apply this in real life? Never reveal your full plans, let people wonder what you are up to. Keep your emotions unpredictable, people respect those they cannot easily read. Do not overshare your personal struggles, mystery makes you appear more powerful. People respect those who keep them guessing. 3. Speak in a way that commands attention. Have you ever noticed that the most respected people in the world do not rush their words? They speak with certainty, clarity, and an aura of authority. For example, when Barack Obama speaks, he does not rush. His pauses, his tone, and his word choice all make him sound powerful and respected. On the other hand, people who speak too fast, use too many filler words, or always try to be funny rarely command respect. How to apply this in real life? Speak slower, people will listen more carefully. Lower your voice slightly, deep voices sound more authoritative. Eliminate filler words, every word should have meaning. When you speak with confidence, people respect you without question. The law of controlled indifference, why emotionally unshakable people dominate social interactions. Most people react emotionally to everything. If someone insults them, they get angry. If someone ignores them, they get insecure. If someone disagrees with them, they feel the need to argue. But the moment you let your emotions control you, you become weak in the eyes of others. Powerful people are unshaken. If someone insults them, they stay calm. If someone ignores them, they remain unaffected. If someone tries to provoke them, they don't take the bait. This is called controlled indifference. And when you master it, people will automatically respect you more. Because in the game of power, the person who is least reactive is the one in control. How to apply this in real life? White heavy check mark. Never let people see you sweat, even if you are angry, remain calm. White heavy check mark. If someone tries to get a reaction from you, ignore them. White heavy check mark. Always maintain a relaxed, confident posture, this makes people see you as dominant. When you are unshakable, people will respect you, even if they don't like you. Now, let's test something. If you have been following along, you now know exactly what to do to make people instantly respect you. But knowledge alone is useless unless you apply it. So, here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, apply these principles in your daily life. Walk into every room with presence, control your posture, movements, and eye contact. Do not give your attention freely, only engage with people who earn it. Speak slower, deeper, and with more authority. Do not react emotionally to insults or provocations. Keep a sense of mystery, make people wonder about you. If you do this for just 1 week, you will notice something strange. People will treat you differently. People will respect you more. And people will seek your approval instead of the other way around. But here's the real question. Are you bold enough to try it? If you are, leave a comment right now saying, "I accept the challenge." And don't forget, subscribe for more life-changing wisdom that you won't find anywhere else. The psychology of power, the secret codes that make people respect you instantly. You now understand the fundamental laws of respect, presence, controlled indifference, selective attention, and the power of mystery. But there is something even more powerful that separates the truly respected and influential from the average person. And it all comes down to one thing: how people perceive you. Because respect is not given, it is taken. It is not about being liked or being nice. It is about making people believe, at the deepest subconscious level, that you are someone they should look up to. So, let's go even deeper and uncover the hidden psychological triggers that force people to respect you, even when they don't want to. These are the secret codes that elite leaders, powerful executives, and ancient philosophers have used to control any room, influence minds, and command authority. Let's break them down one by one. The law of psychological distance: why being too familiar destroys respect. Have you ever noticed that people respect their boss, their professor, or their mentor, but they don't respect their childhood friend in the same way? That's because familiarity kills authority. The more people feel they know everything about you, the less they value you. This is why celebrities, politicians, and billionaires create an aura of distance. They don't let people get too close. Great teachers and coaches set boundaries between themselves and their students. Respected professionals don't overshare their personal lives with everyone. Because mystery breeds respect. How to apply this in real life? Stop over-explaining yourself, say less than necessary. Keep certain aspects of your personal life private and selective. Maintain a slight distance in your interactions, do not become overly casual. Always keep an air of professionalism and exclusivity, make people work to get close to you. This creates the illusion that you are on a higher level, making people value your presence even more. The power of authority triggers: how to make people see you as the leader instantly. People naturally follow those who seem like they should be in charge. But here's the secret. Authority is not about what you say, it's about how you act. There are certain behavioral triggers that instantly make people recognize you as the leader, even if you say nothing. These are called authority triggers. And once you use them, people will automatically listen to you, follow your lead, and respect your opinions. Authority trigger number 1: the power of delayed responses. Weak people rush to respond, strong people pause and think before they speak. Have you ever noticed that the most respected people in a room do not react instantly? Instead, they take their time. They listen. They process. And when they finally speak, their words carry weight. How to apply this in real life? When someone asks you a question, pause for a few seconds before answering. If someone tries to pressure you for an immediate decision, say, "Let me think about it." Never feel the need to fill every silence with words, let people wait. The more deliberate you are, the more authority you command. Authority trigger number 2: the power of unshakable eye contact. People who lack confidence look away when speaking. Leaders maintain strong, steady eye contact, not aggressive, but firm. When you hold eye contact without blinking, without looking away nervously, you project dominance and certainty. How to apply this in real life? Always make direct eye contact when speaking, but don't overdo it to seem aggressive. When listening, maintain a calm, relaxed gaze, never look down. If someone tries to intimidate you with eye contact, hold your ground. Your eyes communicate confidence before your words even begin. Authority trigger number 3: the commanding voice technique. Have you ever noticed that powerful people do not shout or speak too softly? Their voice is measured, steady, and controlled. They never raise their pitch nervously or use too many filler words like and A weak voice makes people overlook you. A commanding voice makes people listen. How to apply this in real life? Lower your tone slightly, deeper voices are more authoritative. Speak slower than usual, people pay attention to deliberate speech. Eliminate weak phrases like I think or maybe, speak with certainty. Your voice alone can make people respect you before they even hear your message. The ultimate respect test, how to know if you are truly respected. Now, let's talk about how to measure your progress. Because the only way to know if these principles are working is to observe how people treat you. So here's a simple test. Over the next 7 days, pay attention to these 4 signs. People will start seeking your approval more, they will ask for your opinion, look at you for confirmation, and value what you say. People will listen more carefully when you speak, they will not interrupt as often, and they will process your words more seriously. People will be slightly more hesitant to challenge you, they will respect your authority and think twice before arguing. People will start mirroring your behavior, they will copy your tone, posture, and way of speaking, which is a subconscious sign of respect. If you notice these signs, congratulations. It means you are mastering the hidden art of commanding respect instantly. Final bombshell, are you ready to transform yourself? The truth is, this is just the beginning. You now have the tools to become respected, admired, and even feared when necessary. But knowing these secrets is not enough. You must apply them. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, apply every single principle from this video. And then, come back and comment your results. Did people start treating you differently? Did they start listening more? Did they respect you without question? I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you want even more deep, life-changing wisdom, hit that subscribe button right now. Because we are just getting started. See you in the next one. The master key to instant respect, the power of perceived status. If there is one rule that determines how much respect you receive in life, it is this. People do not respect you based on who you are, they respect you based on who they perceive you to be. This means you don't have to be rich, but you must look and act like you have value. You don't have to be powerful, but you must project authority in your behavior. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you must speak in a way that makes people believe you are. Because perception creates reality. People do not think deeply about whether you deserve respect. They scan you quickly and make an instant decision based on how you carry yourself, how you speak, how others react to you. And once their brain registers you as high status, they automatically give you respect without question. So, how do you control perception and make sure that people always see you as someone worthy of deep respect? Let's go step by step. The 5 pillars of perceived status, the unbreakable blueprint for automatic respect. The following 5 pillars determine how people see you. Master each one, and you will become the kind of person that people respect instantly, without you even trying. Pillar number 1, the rule of controlled presence. Respected people do not rush to be seen. They do not push themselves into conversations or desperately seek validation. Instead, they move strategically. They walk into a room slowly and deliberately, not nervously or with hesitation. They scan the environment before engaging, never looking lost or out of place. They do not force interaction, they allow others to approach them first. Because powerful people are not desperate for attention, attention naturally comes to them. How to apply this in real life? 1. The next time you enter a public place, slow down your movements and observe before engaging. 2. When in a group conversation, resist the urge to jump in too quickly, wait for the right moment to speak. 3. If someone tries to dominate the conversation, do not fight for attention, make them earn your response. This immediately signals that you are someone of value. Pillar number 2, the law of effortless authority. Do you know what instantly lowers your respect in the eyes of others? Trying too hard to prove yourself. The moment you over-explain, you lose credibility. The moment you seek too much approval, people sense weakness. The moment you try too hard to be liked, you become less valuable. Respected people do not try to convince others, they let their presence speak for itself. How to apply this? Stop justifying your opinions, say what you believe and let it stand. Do not overshare personal details, mystery makes people more interested in you. Do not force yourself to fit in. True respect comes from standing out, not blending in. The less effort you put into seeking respect, the more people will give it to you. Pillar 3, the art of strategic silence. Have you ever noticed that the most respected people do not talk too much? They choose their words carefully. They speak with intention. And when they do speak, people listen. They do not overshare personal thoughts. They do not talk just to fill silence, they let silence work in their favor. They do not react emotionally, they maintain composure under pressure. How to apply this in real life? 1. Pause for 2 to 3 seconds before responding to any question, it creates an aura of authority. 2. Use short, powerful sentences, avoid rambling. 3. Let others talk first in a conversation, this makes people value your words more. Because when you control your words, you control how people perceive you. Pillar 4, the power of non-reactivity. Weak people react emotionally to everything. Strong people remain calm, no matter what happens. If you want instant respect, you must master the ability to stay composed, especially under pressure. This means, when someone insults you, you do not react emotionally. When someone challenges you, you do not immediately defend yourself. When faced with unexpected problems, you do not panic or show weakness. Because the person who controls their emotions, controls the room. How to apply this in real life? If someone tries to provoke you, pause, breathe, and respond calmly. If you feel anger rising, control your facial expressions, never show weakness. If someone disrespects you, respond with calculated words, not emotional reactions. Control your emotions, and people will respect you without question. Pillar 5, the hidden power of posture and movement. Most people never realize how much their body language influences how others see them. In fact, studies show that 90% of communication is nonverbal. Which means, if you stand upright with confidence, people see you as powerful. If you walk slowly and deliberately, people assume you are in control. If you maintain open and relaxed posture, people automatically respect your presence. How to apply this in real life? 1. Stand with your shoulders back, never slouch. 2. Take slightly slower steps, do not rush or fidget. 3. Use controlled hand gestures, avoid nervous movements. 4. Never cross your arms defensively, keep an open, authoritative stance. Because before people hear your words, they already judge you by your body language. Final challenge, will you apply this knowledge? Now, you have the full blueprint to command instant respect anywhere, anytime. But the question is, will you actually use it? Most people watch videos like this and then forget everything. But the elite few, the ones who rise to the top, take action immediately. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one of these principles and apply it today. Then, come back and comment your results. Let me know how people's reactions changed. And if you want to learn even more life-changing secrets, make sure you subscribe right now, because this is just the beginning. Drop a like, leave a comment, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next one. The psychology of respect, understanding how human brains work. To command instant and long-lasting respect, you must understand one fundamental truth. Respect is not something you demand, it's something people instinctively give you when their brain registers you as powerful. This means, people are wired to respect certain behaviors and reject others. They do not respect weakness, neediness, or desperation. They instinctively follow those who project confidence, control, and certainty. Now, let's break this down. The 3 laws of instant respect, why people follow some and ignore others. There are 3 universal laws that determine whether people respect you or dismiss you. If you violate these laws, you will always struggle to gain respect. But if you master them, people will respect you without question. Law 1, the law of power perception. The biggest mistake people make when trying to gain respect is thinking that respect is earned through words alone. It is not. Respect is earned through perception. People do not respect you for what you say, they respect you for what you signal. Psychological fact. Within milliseconds, people make a decision about whether to respect you based on your posture, your facial expressions, your vocal tone, your presence in a room. How to apply this immediately? Master the art of calm, controlled presence. The way you enter a room determines whether people see you as powerful or weak. Speak with authority, not hesitation. If you speak with doubt, uncertainty, or unnecessary fillers, people instantly lower their respect for you. Never rush your movements. Power is always associated with calm, controlled body language. The moment people perceive that you are someone important, they will automatically give you respect. Law 2, the law of strategic scarcity. Here's a secret that most people never realize. The more available you seem, the less people respect you. Why? Because what is rare is valuable, and what is always available is taken for granted. This applies to your time, your presence, your attention. Think about it. The most respected and admired people are the ones who don't give away their time too easily. They make you feel like you have to earn their attention. And that's exactly why people value them more. How to apply this immediately? Do not be too easy to reach. Respected people do not instantly reply to every message or drop everything for others. Be selective with your social energy. Do not overexpose yourself to people who do not respect your time. Make people work for your presence. If you make yourself too available, people start seeing you as less valuable. Remember, scarcity creates value. Law 3, the law of indifference to approval. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is by seeking approval from others. The moment people sense that you need their validation, you become less respected. The moment you stop caring about their approval, you instantly become more powerful. Psychological fact. People are drawn to those who do not seek permission to be themselves. How to apply this immediately? Stop asking for unnecessary validation. Speak and act with certainty. Hold strong opinions and do not fear disagreement. Weak people change their stance just to fit in, powerful people stand firm. Become comfortable with silence. Do not fill gaps with nervous chatter, allow silence to make people pay more attention to you. The moment you stop caring what others think, they will start caring about what you think. Mastering the energy of respect, the unspoken force that draws people to you. Beyond psychology, there is another powerful force that determines whether people respect you. And that is, your energy. Respect is not just about words and actions. It is about the energy you project. Have you ever noticed that some people walk into a room, and everyone feels their presence, even before they speak? That is because they have mastered the energy of respect. How to master the energy of respect, the 4-step blueprint. There are 4 energy signals that determine whether people will respect you instantly. 1. The energy of certainty. People follow and respect those who are certain. Certainty in your words. Certainty in your actions. Certainty in your decisions. If you appear uncertain or hesitant, people will subconsciously lower their respect for you. How to apply this? When you speak, eliminate words like maybe or I think. Speak with confidence. When making decisions, do not ask for excessive opinions, trust your own judgment. When you enter a room, own the space. Walk and stand as if you belong there. 2. The energy of calm dominance. The strongest energy in any room is always the calmest one. Why? Because true power does not need to prove itself. The most respected leaders are always calm, even in chaos. The most respected people do not react emotionally, they respond strategically. How to apply this? If someone tries to provoke you, stay calm and collected. If a situation becomes intense, be the one who remains unfazed. If you feel nervous, slow down your breathing and maintain a composed posture. People instantly respect those who maintain control under pressure. 3. The energy of unshakable presence. One of the biggest mistakes people make is fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or looking away too often. This signals nervousness and insecurity. How to apply this? Maintain strong but relaxed eye contact, do not be the first to look away. Keep steady, grounded posture, do not fidget. Do not rush to speak, pause and let people feel your presence. 4. The energy of controlled speech. Powerful people speak with precision and control. They eliminate unnecessary words. They speak in statements, not questions. They use pauses to make their words more powerful. How to apply this? Slow down your speech. Speaking too fast makes you seem nervous. Use pauses for impact. This forces people to focus on every word you say. Speak with intentionality. Avoid fillers like, you know. Final challenge, will you implement these secrets? Now you know everything about commanding instant respect. The question is, will you use it? Pick one technique from this video and use it today. Come back and comment your experience. Subscribe for more life-changing content. And if you want to completely transform your presence, stay tuned, we're just getting started. Law 4, the law of controlled emotions, why staying unshaken makes people respect you instantly. Imagine this. Two people are in a heated argument. One is furious, shouting, flailing their arms, losing control. The other remains calm, composed, and completely unshaken. Who commands more respect? The answer is obvious. The one who remains unshaken. Why? Because control over emotions signals strength. Lightbulb fact, the ability to control your emotions is directly linked to high-status behavior. In history, the greatest leaders, warriors, and influential figures were known for their ability to remain calm under pressure. Take a look at Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, trained in Stoicism. He controlled his emotions, never letting anger cloud his judgment. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison yet never lost control of his emotions, earning the world's respect. Warren Buffett remains unshaken even during massive stock market crashes, making him one of the most respected investors. Police Carlite, on the other hand. People who overreact, complain, or act out of emotion are always seen as weak. Emotional instability makes people lose respect for you. The lesson. Powerful people do not let their emotions control them. How to apply the law of controlled emotions. If you want instant respect, you must master emotional control. Never react emotionally in public. Even if someone insults or provokes you, stay calm. People will test you. If you react, you lose power. Instead, pause, breathe, and respond with logic. Lower your speaking volume. Powerful people never raise their voice. The more you control your tone, the more respect you gain. Use the power of delayed response. Instead of reacting instantly, pause and think. A 3-second pause before responding makes you look powerful. Practice emotional neutrality. Train yourself to not show extreme emotions in conversations. Whether it's good news or bad news, keep a composed expression. Fire secret challenge. For the next 7 days. No complaining. No reacting emotionally to negativity. Watch how people begin treating you differently. Law 5, the law of presence, the secret power of owning the room without saying a word. Have you ever met someone who just walks into a room, and everyone notices them, without them even speaking? That's called presence. And it's one of the most powerful respect-generating forces in existence. Presence is what makes a CEO command a boardroom. A leader influence millions. A person attract respect effortlessly. But here's the thing. Presence is not about talking louder. It's about how you carry yourself. Respect is often given before a single word is spoken. So if you master presence, you will own every room you enter. How to apply the law of presence. Control your entry. When you enter a room, walk with authority and purpose. Pause for a second, scan the room, then move with confidence. Master the power of eye contact. The person who controls eye contact controls the interaction. Hold steady eye contact longer than others. Never be the first to look away. Own your space. Avoid small, timid movements. Take up space comfortably and confidently. Slow down your movements. Rushing signals nervousness. Slow, deliberate movements show control. Speak less, but with more weight. People who speak too much lose power. Speak less, but make every word count. Fire secret challenge. For the next week, practice entering a room slowly and with purpose. Holding eye contact longer than usual. Speaking 30% less than usual in conversations. Law 6, the law of silence, why the most respected people say less and listen more. Lightbulb fact, the more you talk, the less power you have. Most people talk too much, revealing everything about themselves too quickly. But the most respected people know the power of silence. Think about mafia bosses in movies. They barely say anything, but everyone respects them. Wise mentors, they listen more than they speak, and when they do speak, every word carries weight. Top business leaders, they don't overshare. They let others talk and reveal their own intentions first. Silence creates mystery, power, and control. How to apply the law of silence. Talk 20% less than you normally do. If you talk too much, people won't respect your words. Speak only when necessary. Make your words rare, and therefore valuable. Use the power of pauses. Before responding, pause for 2 to 3 seconds. This makes people hang on to your words. Let others reveal more than you. In conversations, ask more questions and reveal less. The less you reveal, the more people respect you. Never explain yourself too much. If you over-explain, you seem weak and desperate. Confident people let their actions speak. Fire secret challenge. For the next 3 days, talk 20% less than usual. Pause before every response. Notice how people respect you more. Law 7, the law of commanding speech, how to speak so people listen and respect you instantly. Have you ever noticed how some people immediately capture attention the moment they speak? Their voice demands respect. This is because they understand the power of commanding speech. Commanding speech is not about being loud. It's about speaking deliberately and with authority. Using the right tonality to project power. Controlling the rhythm and flow of your speech. Police car light people automatically respect a strong, controlled voice. How to apply the law of commanding speech. Lower your voice tone slightly. A deeper voice signals confidence and authority. Never speak in a high-pitched, nervous tone. Eliminate filler words. Stop using like, you know. Filler words weaken your speech. Speak in short, powerful sentences. Long, rambling sentences weaken your message. Short, direct statements command respect. Master the power of pauses. Silence after an important point makes it hit harder. People respect speakers who are in control of their words. Fire secret challenge. For the next 7 days, lower your voice tone slightly. Eliminate filler words completely. Pause after making a strong statement. Watch how people start listening to you with full attention. Rocket want more? Drop a comment below. Subscribe for more power-packed insights. Apply these techniques, and watch respect come to you effortlessly. Law 8, the law of unbreakable boundaries, how to make people respect your limits without saying a word. The hidden power of boundaries. What separates highly respected individuals from those who are constantly taken advantage of? The ability to set and enforce boundaries. Weak people allow others to walk all over them. Strong people set clear boundaries and never let anyone cross them. Here's a secret: people will only respect you as much as you respect yourself. Think about the billionaire CEO who doesn't allow people to waste his time. The elite athlete who doesn't tolerate negativity in their circle. The high-value individual who never chases people or begs for attention. All of them have one thing in common: unbreakable boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, people will take advantage of you. Signs you have weak boundaries, and people don't respect you. Police car light: if you recognize any of these, it's time to make a change. You feel drained after spending time with certain people. You say yes when you really want to say no. People constantly dump their problems on you. You tolerate behavior that makes you uncomfortable. You give people multiple chances after they disrespect you. The truth is, weak boundaries make people lose respect for you instantly. How to apply the law of unbreakable boundaries. Say no without explaining too much. The more you explain, the weaker your no becomes. Confident people say no directly and firmly. Example. Crossmark weak: I'm not sure, I don't think I can, maybe another time. Strong: no, I can't do that. Stop over-accommodating people. Respect comes from putting yourself first, without being rude. Stop prioritizing others' needs over your own. Remove people who cross your boundaries more than once. If someone repeatedly disrespects your limits, they must go. Respect yourself enough to cut off toxic individuals. Make your standards clear through actions, not words. You don't need to announce your boundaries, just enforce them. If someone violates a boundary, walk away. Fire secret challenge. For the next 7 days, say no to one thing you normally tolerate. Enforce a boundary with someone who has crossed the line before. Notice how people start respecting you more. Law 9, the law of selective association, why the people around you determine your level of respect. Your circle defines you. Lightbulb fact, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That means, if you hang around losers, you'll start thinking like a loser. If you associate with winners, you'll elevate to their level. Think about high-status people. They do not associate with negative, weak, or toxic individuals. They surround themselves with people who reflect their values. Police car light: if you are around people who don't respect you, you will never be respected. How to apply the law of selective association. Audit your circle. Write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask yourself, do they inspire respect or drain my energy? Cut off low-value associations. If someone brings negativity, drama, or weakness, they have to go. Respect yourself enough to remove toxic connections. Find high-value people to connect with. Join business groups, mentorship circles, and mastermind groups. Associate with winners, and you'll level up naturally. Adopt the 1-year rule. If someone hasn't added value to your life in the last year, consider moving on. Your future is too important to be weighed down by the wrong people. Fire secret challenge. Make a list of 5 people you need to spend more time with. Make a list of 5 people you need to distance yourself from. Start making the changes today. Law 10, the law of scarcity, why being too available makes people lose respect for you. Why scarcity equals value. Have you ever noticed how people desire what they can't easily get? Diamonds are valuable because they are rare. VIP access is respected because not everyone can have it. People respect what they feel they might lose. Police car light: if you are always available, people will take you for granted. Think about the man who constantly chases a woman, she loses interest. The friend who is always around, people start ignoring them. The employee who never takes time off, bosses stop appreciating them. The secret is to become scarce, and people will respect you more. How to apply the law of scarcity. Stop being too available. Don't always answer calls immediately. Don't always say yes to every invitation. Make people feel they have to earn your time. Withdraw your presence occasionally. Disappear from social circles for a while. Let people feel your absence. Make people work for your attention. Don't give attention to those who don't earn it. The moment people feel you are always there, they lose respect. Control your availability. Powerful people are selective with their time. They control when and how they engage with others. Fire secret challenge. For the next 7 days, reduce how often you reply to messages immediately. Take time away from social media and see how people start valuing your presence more. Final words, how to implement these laws and transform your life. If you apply just one of these laws today, you will start seeing a difference in how people treat you. But if you apply all of them together, you will become heavy checkmark more respected. Heavy checkmark more influential. Heavy checkmark more powerful in every area of life. Rocket, now it's your turn. Which of these laws do you think is the most powerful? Which one will you apply first? Speech balloon, drop a comment below and let's discuss. Fire, don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing insights. Understanding the core of respect, why some people instantly command it while others struggle. Before diving into advanced techniques, let's start with a fundamental question. Why do some people walk into a room and instantly command attention, while others are ignored or overlooked? The answer lies in deep-rooted psychological triggers that humans have developed over thousands of years. Lightbulb fact, humans subconsciously assess others within seconds based on visual, vocal, and behavioral cues. This means people judge whether they should respect you long before you say a word. Your energy, posture, and tone of voice communicate more than your words ever could. Respect is an instinctive reaction, not a logical decision. If you are unknowingly sending the wrong signals, people will never give you the respect you deserve. But if you learn how to hack these subconscious signals, you can make anyone respect you instantly, without ever demanding it. Let's begin with the first, most critical law of commanding respect.